Hey, there's one thing I forgot to show you that I think might be helpful, and that is how to punch in a graph of an absolute value on your calculator. So I'm going to do an absolute value graph on your calculator. So I'm going to do an easy one like 2 absolute value of x minus 3, and then let's go minus 5, something like that, equals y. Now I can punch this into my calculator, and I'm going to just show you where the absolute value key is on your calculator. So I'm going to graph this. I'm going to hit my on key. I'm going to hit my y equals, clear out what I've been doing, and then I'm just going to say, all right, I want to graph this absolute value, just like it says here, and I want to see it on my graphing calculator. So I'm just going to hit 2, and then where's the absolute value key on your calculator? It's pretty easy to find, actually. You go right underneath the alpha key to the math key. Okay, hit the math key, go over to num, N-U-M, and you'll see either absolute value signs if you have a newer one, or it'll say ABS. That just means absolute value. Hit that key. Absolute value of, so I'm doing 2 times the absolute value of, and then I hit my xt theta key, minus 3, close the parenthesis because that closes the absolute value. Then I'm going to subtract, hit your subtract key, don't hit your minus key, and then 5. Hit enter, hit graph, boom. Now, what if I didn't know where the vertex is? I mean, obviously I know where the vertex is. It's at 3, negative 5. But I could hit calculate the minimum value, which is your lowest value, which is your vertex here. Make sure you're left of that lowest value, which I am. I'm left anywhere there. And then I'm going to come to the right, doesn't matter where you're at, just somewhere on the right, hit enter. Do you want me to take a guess? Yeah, I want you to take a guess. Now, it may not be exact, but it's pretty dang close. 2.999999982 and negative 4.9999996 is still going to be, more or less, 3, negative 5. And that's going to be match up with my vertex here, 3, negative 5. Now, to me, it takes longer to type this in than it does to actually do that. Okay, so I would just graph it without it. Now, you'll also notice from there, if I hit trace, which is your calculate key, if I hit trace and I hit like 3, it will tell me, hey, you're at 3, negative 5. If I hit 4, this is how I would actually do it transfer it from my graphing calculator to a graph. I would mark the point 3, negative 5, then I would mark the point 4, negative 3. You'll notice that you've gone up 2 and over 1 because you were starting at 3, negative 5. You've went from negative 5 up to negative 3. That's you've gone up 2 and over 1. So you'll notice that the A value or scale factor on that is also 2. And I could keep hitting points and just putting them on my graph. 5, negative 1. I could hit 1. That's at negative 1. I could hit 2. That's at negative 3. I could hit 0. That's at 1. I could hit like 6. That's at 1. You can hit all kinds of, you can punch in an X value and it'll give you the Y value once you've hit this trace key. And that lets you transfer points from your graphing calculator to points on a paper graph that you're going to have to mark and then connect. Okay? Just thought I'd give you that little hint. And I actually didn't do one on my graphing calculator. So the key there is, again, where the ABS is. So when you hit Y equals, let's clear this out and do it again. I'm going to hit 2, and then I want to hit the math key on your graphing calculator. And then go over to the num. So I'm using my cursor key right here. I'm going over to the num values. And right there, the very first one is ABS, or absolute value. I hit that. Then I punch in whatever's inside of the absolute values. In this case, it's the xt theta key, and then minus 3. Make sure you use a minus and not a negative there. Close the parenthesis. Again, use the minus and not a negative, 5, and that'll graph. Very simple to do. Okay? Just thought I'd show you how to do that. Thanks, bye.